Because it doesn't happen very often, what we're seeing with XRP could be a historic V-shaped comeback. This is the kind of event that people say changed everything. This is a situation that could take XRP to new heights, with prices hitting $10, $15, or even $20 per coin during the next big surge. When you take a step back and look at the picture becomes very clear. You can see the links between the world markets, gold's rise, and the return of the liquidity cycle. This is not a good place to put your money. These days, almost all of the big exchanges have given XRP the all clear. After that never-before-seen bankruptcy event, there was a complete change in mood, as shown by the high daily candles and rising volume. The main reason I am very bullish is the way things are going right now across all asset groups. The S&P 500 has had its biggest one-day rise since late May, with a gain of about 1.5%. This has raised its market value by about $850 billion. When gold prices hit a record high of about $4,100 an ounce, you may have seen the first sign. This is because the market gets angry when gold prices start to go through the roof. We no longer believe in paper money. People start investing their money in real things when they don't trust their money. Gold was used before Bitcoin. Gold's movement is similar to that of cryptocurrency. This trend has happened more than once in the last 10 years. XRP also tends to follow gold's lead by a few weeks before making a big jump when everything is in order. That's why I believe this is just the beginning of something very important. Now, if you want to really get rich in crypto, you need to ignore the news. You need to make a plan and stick to it. I put it together exactly as it should be in the XRP Millionaire Formula Pro. The whole document is included, along with an infographic that explains the steps and video lessons that go over all the important points. You are also the only one who can get my special weekly XRP and crypto reports, in which we track moves made by smart money before they become popular with everyone else. From a top 1% crypto expert, you will learn how to think like a billionaire and make money that will last for generations. The code is in the comment that has been pushed down below. Now we should go back to the on-chain and market-wide happenings. After Trump announced taxes on Chinese imports, stock prices fell sharply. This was because of a short-lived macro headline that set off the whole disaster. In just a few minutes, XRP's worth dropped from 270 to 120 bitcoins, which is equal to 102,000 bitcoins. I think that most people are leaving out this part, though. As soon as it was said that the taxes were being rolled back, it went back up right away. All of a sudden, the accident's cause was gone. The prices still haven't fully come back, but not yet. That very thing is possible. Scared sellers have already left, leaving only smart buyers and strong hands. We already know about this movie. Remember the crash and rebound cycles in January, July, and August? Every single time, that standard V-shaped pattern showed up on the daily chart for XRP. A sudden drop, some stabilization, and then a return to the previous highs. Every time you look at the chart today, even on a bigger size, the same shape keeps showing up. The building can be taken apart. After falling from 229 to 158 XRP in just a few hours, it quickly rose back to above 2.0 seconds. During the second wave of volatility, it shot up to 2.80 per coin, which shows that buyers are moving quickly at this point. This is the end of the first part of the V. Now we can see that exact pattern growing and getting stronger every day, with the volume steadily going up. The daily candles are getting longer, and the momentum indicators are moving up. Another important number, RSI, is going back above neutral. When pushing hard to sell doesn't work anymore, collection takes over. Also, it's not just small sellers who are coming back. On-chain data shows that wallets having 10 to 50 million XRP have been steadily adding to their holdings during this drop. Speculation is not the same as formal accumulation. In this case, the idea of a V-shaped return is real. Probability based on data is what it is. It was 50% likely that crypto assets would quickly go back up in value, and it was also 50 to 60% likely that they would slowly recover from losses caused by tariffs earlier this year. When you add them together, it's almost certain that we'll get back to where we were before the crash. This is how rounds of liquidity work. The Federal Reserve says that 2 more rate cuts are likely to happen soon, which is adding fuel to the fire. Because money is cheaper when rates are low, liquidity is moved to risky investments. Coins really came into their own at that time in the past. If XRP is trading at $2.40 right now, and there is a nearly 90% chance that it will go back up to $2.80 or higher in the next few months, then now is a good time to start putting money into longer-term assets. It doesn't matter how long it takes to finish the comeback. The setup is strong. In case you forgot, XRP doesn't trade based on hype, but on how useful and easy it is to get. As the instability of fiat currencies rises, international corridors are opening up again, cross-border payments are getting bigger, and people all over the world need quick cash more than ever. Gold prices going up is just the first thing that will fall. XRP is often one of the first cryptocurrencies to see its value rise after buyers pour money into it. Traders often don't pay attention to the psychology behind these returns, so let's talk about it now. Being unable to believe is the first step in every major V comeback. A lot of people say things like, it'll drop lower, or it's just a dead cat bounce. But while people are still afraid, smart capital is quietly building up. As soon as people feel confident again, the price moves faster. The first step has already been taken. The fear phase is ending, and a new one of cautious hope and curiosity is taking its place. Once this happens, confidence, XRP's price can go up and down faster than almost any other large cap asset. The history records make this very clear. XRP's price went up by about 70% in just 8 days after hitting its lowest point in July 2025. Because of the price issue in February, it went up by 50% very quickly in less than a week. People's minds don't change, so trends tend to happen again and again. I call these windows asymmetric opportunities because they have very little downside and a lot of upside possibility. That's even before we talk about the macro liquidity rotation that will happen once rate cuts start officially. In the past, the 3 months after interest rate cuts were announced have been some of the best times for cryptocurrencies. Bonds and other slow-moving assets are losing value as money flows into markets that are moving quickly. XRP is riding high on this trend because it is the asset that will make it possible to send money across countries. I'm not waiting for things to be perfect.